Nag-hearing ang GCOC pero closed door.
Why was a transmission made on May 8? Yun lang gusto ko malaman eh.
Hello mga kabista, musta na po kayong lahat? Naiba ang aking vlog ngayon na inyong mapapanood sapagkat mapapanood nyo ang interview ko sa isang Ukrainian woman, isang teacher ng foreign language sa Kiev University. Siya si Miss Liza or Liza ang tawag ko sa kanya. Sa kanya nyo malalaman at maririnig kung ano ang tunay na nangyayari sa kanyang bansa na Ukraine. Alam nyo naman, ang Russia at ang Ukraine ay nagkaroon ng digmaan ngayon at nilusog na Russia ang Ukraine at maraming naglilikas ng mga Ukrainian papuntang Poland, Hungary, Moldova. Tapusin nyo ang vlog na to mga kabista sapagkat pakita nyo sa bandang huli kung gaano siya katapang na Ukrainian woman. Sa mga ngayon lang nanood, please lang huwag kalimutan mag-like, mag-subscribe, mag-share at saka pakiclick na rin yung notification bell. Okay, so ito na po, mapapaload na po natin. Thank you. Why did you leave Kiev? Is it really dangerous now in Kiev?
Well, I didn't feel secure in Kiev, so this was the reason I left, and I stayed in almost the central part of the city, and it was like 3-4 kilometers from governmental institutions and all the ministries and presidential office. So like we had lots of explosions around, and like not explosions really, but a security system which sheltered us, and constantly we heard the noises of these sheltered bombs that which did not reach us. And first I was sure that I can stay safe in Kiev because Kiev has a great security, they have territorial defense and army and everything. But then I realized that anything can happen, and it made me to decide to leave to the West.
Okay. So
I'm not sure what will happen later in Kiev.
Yes, that's what the international media is telling us right now, that there will be a huge offensive by the Russians in Kiev any moment now.
Yeah.
So may I ask, is there no fighting in Lviv where you are right now? There's no bombing there?
There is nothing there. I asked my family, and they said that sometimes they had sirens, like this air raid. But it happened when the war started, like first and second day, maybe third day, and there were no explosions. Like they did not have it because we also has a good security, like protective service, and then it did not repeat. So it feels quite safe here. But what I know that there are specific, like were noticed special agents from occupants who leave toys with some explosive materials in Lviv, and not only in Lviv, all over Ukraine. But even my sister, who met my family at the railway station a few days ago, she found one of such toys, and like police was there, and yeah, so she was witness of finding this scene. So still people have the limit when they can leave the houses. In Lviv, this window is quite wide because it starts at 10 p.m. and ends at 6 a.m. So it's, I guess, the widest window for coming outside in Ukraine, because in Kiev we had to stay at home starting from 8 p.m. and we were allowed to go outdoors around 7 a.m. So it was quite limited. Yeah, and in other reasons it's even more limited.
Okay. What I was looking at the map of Ukraine earlier, I can see that Lviv is near Poland. Is it correct?
Yeah, it's quite close to Poland. I don't know a precise number of kilometers, but Lviv is a point where all trains and buses go to Poland, go to Slovakia, and to other countries which are on the borderline, like And people who arrive here, I asked locals today when I arrived to the train station, where do they settle? Like I saw several trains which arrived from all corners of Ukraine, and thousands of people, and with kids, like women, pensioners, like everyone. And I asked the local taxi driver, like, does he know something, like if they all stay here, like in Lviv, or if they live abroad? And he said that probably three-thirds, no, 3/4, like 75% or 70% go abroad, and only maybe like 1/3, 1/4 stay here physically for a while, and then they also either go abroad or go to suburb. So people prefer to go further, like to the Europe, not to stay in Ukraine. Even local Lviv people whom I asked, they say they are scared what could happen here, and they think that it could happen that they have to leave Lviv too. Well, I hope it won't happen,
Yes,
but
yes.
still, the example of eastern part of Ukraine, what happened there and what runs around Kiev, it's really scary because we have many people who died because of this.
Yes. In the reports, in the media again, uh, civilians are dying in the eastern part of Ukraine, especially in Mariupol and Melitopol.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
as of yesterday or as of last night, I think no city has fallen into to Russian
Mm-hmm.
hands except this Kherson. How big is that
I know.
Kherson?
Mhm. I know that Mariupol was supposed to have humanitarian corridor, like a green light for people to leave, like for civilians to leave the city, and it was organized to like evacuation procedure. But occupants, they eliminate, like they did not follow agreement,
The
and they
agreement.
started
Yes.
shooting for civilians. Yeah, like I read in news about Mariupol that they had to stop evacuation, and they will renew it, of course, but they're not sure how it will work out because
Again.
occupants, they do not follow agreements at all, and
Yes.
it's awful. It's awful.
Yes. That's quite ridiculous.
Yeah,
It was
I
agreed in
mhm,
the it was an
mhm,
agreement in the peace negotiation, but
mhm,
somehow the agreement was broken. Well, according to
mhm,
the occupiers or the occupiers, they
mhm.
say it was the Ukrainians who broke the agreement. That's the claim.
Oh my God. Yeah, they use this propaganda, but I also know that they used fake photos from Irpin city, which is in Kiev region, and they reported in Russian media that like they use the photo when where people are hiding under the ruined bridge,
yes.
and
I saw
they
that.
say that
Yes.
this is Mariupol, but it's Irpin. It's not Mariupol, and it was lie.
Oh. Oh yes. I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, and one other thing. In Kiev,
Hmm.
uh, the media was saying again that Ukrainian defense forces are winning because helicopters are being shot down. Russian
Yeah.
helicopters are being
Yeah.
shot down, and
Hmm.
including fighter jets. Russian fighter jets are being
Hmm.
shot down by Stinger missiles. And
Hmm.
well, it was a good news for all those people who are
Hmm.
watching these events right now
Hmm.
to see that the Ukrainian people are winning in Kiev.
Hmm.
They haven't made a remarkable breakthrough until now. Even when you left,
Hmm.
Kiev, it's still in Ukrainian hands, correct? Oh
Oh,
yeah.
well,
So,
we will see what happened. We hope that in 2 maximum 3 weeks Ukraine will win this war and we can come back to Kiev and to our homes. But it depends. Like right now, according to data received from our army and like official resources, we win, and the enemies are killed and like crashed around the Kiev, but they ruined small towns around Kiev, like in
Yeah,
Kiev region,
yes, small
like
cities, small
Irpin,
towns.
Bucha, and others. And I have no idea how long time it would take even to rebuild these cities, and how many lives will be lost before Kiev wins totally. And
Yeah.
it's scary because every day we probably lose also our soldiers, and not always we can find this data. What are our losers? Like we find it about the enemy, but we don't know precise data. Probably it's for security. I have no idea, but I feel that we have these losers because
Mm.
if they are fighting like this, we definitely should have it.
Right. I think I'm sure you will like these latest news from from the United States. U.S. State Secretary Blinken was saying earlier that he's
Mhm.
talking to to the Polish government, making arrangement for NATO jets to be given to the Ukrainians. Don't you think that's a good news? Jets will be provided by Poland through the US.
Mhm.
That's in the news.
Well, I read this, but again, I don't know if it's already confirmed or it's in process.
Yes,
So
I heard the U.S. State Secretary during his press conference earlier
Mhm.
that he confirmed that talks are underway right now for jets to be
Mhm.
given or to be lent to
Mhm.
Ukraine to replenish
Mhm.
those destroyed jets during the first days of the war.
Mhm.
So I'm
Mhm.
sure that will be a welcome news for the president, for President
Yeah,
Zelensky.
uh, sure. Because this is what we need.
Yes.
It's helpful for
Uh,
Ukraine.
the US rejected the appeal of President Zelensky for this no-fly zone over Ukraine.
Covering the sky. Mhm.
Yes, it was rejected because according to
Mhm.
President Biden, it will lead to
Mhm.
the Third World War when
Yeah.
Americans start shooting Russians and Russians shooting Americans.
Well, I'm not politician, but it could help Ukraine to win faster. Anyway.
Yeah, I believe so. Yes, I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
And also, Mayor Glitschko of no, what's that? The mayor of Kiev, the mayor of
Sorry, could you
Kiev,
repeat this?
the boxer
Mayor of Kyiv, Klitschko. Mm-hmm.
Klitschko. Yes, yes. I heard
Okay.
him saying.
Uh,
I heard him saying that they were able to push Russians further back outside of Kiev.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
So
yeah, and he's constantly in touch. Like he records videos and he reports what happens, like what are our forces, what is our progress, and he's constantly working. I have no idea how he sleeps, if he sleeps at all. He's always in contact with people on the Telegram channels and other media.
mhm. Right, right. And when you left Kiev bound for Lviv, uh, on board the train, did you see did
Mhm.
you see any fighting along the way? Was there any bombing on your way to Lviv? None.
No, no,
So
nothing
it
like
was a
this.
peaceful
It
trip
was
then.
well, it was night and it was really silent. And it was first time in my life when I took a night train and all people were silent. They did not sleep, but they were probably scared, probably upset because they left their houses to go to the west. And it was scary silence and emptiness. But I expected the railway station to be crowded in Kiev, and it was crowded inside because some people were waiting for trains because it was not allowed to go outside at night
Mhm.
already. But for the train I used to reach my destination, we had lots of places, and I even could lay down. Like before, I heard that people who left Kiev, they had to stand all the way from Kiev. But like for me, probably I was lucky yesterday because I left in the evening, not during the day or morning, and there were enough places, and I even sat
Oh.
down, and for a few hours I slept. I had a nap.
So perhaps most people have already left for Poland. That's why
Probably, yeah, probably.
because that's the way to Poland. And going to Poland, the train must pass by Lviv. Is that correct?
We also have direct trains from Kyiv to Poland, to Warsaw,
Oh.
and some other cities. I heard. I did not like. We did not have such trains before. Before we had only Kyiv, Przemysl, like one of the border cities of Poland. But now they added extra trains to Poland, mostly to Poland, but some also to Hungary and also to Slovakia, I guess, like another neighboring country to
Slovakia.
us. So people have more opportunities to live either from Kyiv directly, but not so much places. And those who decided to go further to Poland and to other countries, they arrive to Lviv and they try to live from this point.
Mhm. So when you're on board the train, what's the general feeling of the people around you? Was there any funny moments? Was there any laughter or talking or what? Just silence?
Mostly they were talking, like when they were going from railway station to platform and to the train, they were mostly talking about luggage, about what to eat. These were the conversations I heard, and about how long they could stay in the fields and if they have enough supply with themselves, if they have enough water. And they also were trying to calm down kids, because kids were trying to play. They did not realize what happens around.
Course, yeah.
And like moms tell, like, oh my God, please don't go here. Like, stay with me. It's dark here. There is no light here. Like, be careful. And the kids do not care.
Course,
And
do not
I
care.
think this is a good thing. They do not care because they will be traumatized by war. And this is a good thing that sometimes they do not understand the real situation.
Mhm.
But
Do you have any news?
uh-huh.
Do you have any news of Kharkiv? I haven't read any news about Kharkiv lately.
I know that it is still under bombing and explosions, and there is a train announced that some people can get evacuated from Kharkiv. But I heard that it's a problem to reach a railway station because public transport does not work. Bombing are going one by one, and taxi drivers started overrating the like taking passengers. Like if in Kiev I had to pay 100 hryvnia or 100 and something, it's like $4 or $5 maximum. Like
Oh.
it's a good fee, yeah. And in Lviv I paid 70 hryvnia. It's like $2.50. In Kharkiv, people could pay from 800 to
Wow.
2,000 hryvnia just to reach from their flat by car to railway station because it's under bombing all the time. And
Yes.
taxi drivers use this because people are scared and they need anything, any means to go away. Like my brother left like this from Kharkiv, and he faced this reality, and it's terrible.
Oh, so you still have a brother there in Kharkiv?
Yeah, like he left Kharkiv. He is in Lviv, and he arrived a few days ago to Lviv because we have sister here, and now all the family is united in Lviv.
So the family is all in Lviv now, safe and sound.
Almost all. We still have our parents and aunts in Lugansk area, and they do not want to leave. Like they say, we will stay at home. It's our land, and we are almost like 55, 60-year-olds, and we don't need to start from the very beginning. Like we will stay on our land, and they refuse to leave their town. It was their decision, but they are safe. I contact them, and I hope everything will be fine with them. They are in shelter mostly of the time, most of the time.
Most of the time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Uh, I'm wondering, it's good that internet is still very good in Ukraine. Is it because of this Starlink donated by Elon Musk? That's what I read in the papers.
Well, I don't know if it works in Lviv, but I know that Kyiv received this systems from Elon Musk to have quality internet, and I heard from Klitschko
Oh,
that it will be organized that people in Kyiv who are staying in shelter they could still reach internet with the help of this means. Maybe it works also here, but I'm also surprised because usually internet did not work good. And last night when I left Kiev, I almost had connection all the time. Like there were few gaps without internet, but
mm.
I could use my mobile internet, and it was surprising because usually when I go by train in Ukraine, it doesn't work at all. Like zero.
Oh.
Maybe this system started to work already.
So it must be this Elon Musk Starlink that's working in Ukraine right now.
Probably.
Probably, yes.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's fine. At least Elon Musk is sharing some of his millions to Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
Right. When you left your apartment, so there's no one there in your apartment in Kiev now.
Well, I locked it, and our landlord also left the country. Like we communicated to her, and she said, like, please, during the war, don't pay me rent because I know that you could have lost your jobs, and I totally understand. Please pay for water, gas, like electricity, all these communal services, and nothing else. I hope you will be safe, and if you can protect my house, please do it. If not, save your lives. And then she left to Germany. So like we have a great landlord. Yeah. So we just locked our apartment. We switched off everything like gas, water, electricity, like not to be ruined if our systems will be damaged by bombs.
Bombs,
So, but
yes.
still, we hope it will be fine. We
So
still
the
hope.
whole apartment building abandoned now. No one's there.
I'm not sure about neighbors, but every day I saw less and less light in the
Right.
windows. Like if
Okay.
before we could see almost on every floor, and then they disappeared. And the day I left, I saw maybe 2 or 3 apartments present in my building, and all the others left. And approximately we have like 20 or 25 apartments in my building. It's a small one. So probably people left. Someone left abroad. Someone left to the west of Ukraine, and yeah, only a few people are staying in Kyiv.
Okay. So before my last question, how is your
Mhm.
president now? How is President Zelensky?
He stays calm, and he is a great example for all of us
Yeah.
because he does
And for
his
all the
job.
world, for all
He's
the world, actually.
collaborating with all the countries. Like he had these conversations, tiring meetings, and everything. I have no idea if he sleeps at all because he looks so tired, but at the same time he's so cheerful. So like
Yes.
I'm proud to have this kind of president.
You know what? A senator in the U.S. wants him to run for president in the U.S. someday. Some kind of a joke, you know.
Uh-huh.
They're saying that Biden is a weak leader, and they want Zelensky to run under the Democrat Party.
Yeah,
Because
by now there are many jokes. There is a popular character in American series. His name is like Chuck Norris Walker,
yes,
and there is also an anecdote like one like call like I'm Walker, like Texas Ranger, and I'm Volodymyr Zelensky. How can I help you? There are many anecdotes on media
yes,
now. Like, Ukrainians created just to have fun because humor really helps to survive through these challenging times.
right, right. As I've said before, we Filipinos really admire your president, and I'm sure the Ukrainian people will rally behind this strong president, Mr. Zelensky, and with his
Mhm.
leadership, I'm sure the truth will prevail, and the Ukrainian people will prevail in this crisis. Okay, so one last
Mhm.
question again, Miss Liza. Uh,
Mhm.
in the event that this interview reaches Kremlin, what is your
Mhm.
message to the Russian people, and particularly to
Well,
Vladimir Putin?
it's the same message that we send all over Ukraine. Please, Mr. Putin, Russia, Russian warship, fuck off. We don't let you to our land. We did not invite you.
Okay, okay, okay. So I don't want to waste much of your time, Miss Liza. I'm really, really grateful for this interview, and as I promised, I will upload this in my YouTube channel, and I can send you
Mhm.
the link. Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much. I
Okay.
will
Thank
wait
you
for
very much,
this.
and
Mhm.
God bless you, and God bless the Ukrainian people, and including the president,
Thank
President
you.
Zelensky. Thank you. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Thank you. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
Have a good evening.
Have a good day. Bye
Bye.
bye.